Remembered to do that. Yay. Yeah, so we're going to stretch like animal stretch, or how you yawn in the morning. You contract and you elongate. So we're always going to be activating our tissue as we stretch it. That's going to create that internal exfoliation against the hard, junky, plasticky tissue, which will kind of break up that stuff, and then our lymph system will flush it out, and then we're done with that. It'll also help move stagnant energy. So let's go. Let's do our basic, you know, the warm up. Come onto your hands and knees, and then bring your elbows underneath your shoulders. Can you give me a thumbs up if you can hear me well? Okay, super. So the special part number 1 is to pull your elbows back so you feel your tricep and your middle back engaged. Once your elbows are pulling back on the mat, keep that action going. Your elbows pull back as you sit your booty back in space. Take an inhale, relax yourself forward, and adjust your stance if you need to. Your knees can be wide, your toes can be tucked if you want. Bring your nose over your fingertips to start. Pull your elbows back. Keep pulling your elbows back, and then sit your booty back as you lean back. You'll feel a nice pulley, stretchy sensation underneath your arm and into your tricep, maybe into your middle back. So keep that going. The action is the elbows pull back. You keep pulling back as you sit yourself back. Right. I love to have my hands kind of right underneath my shoulders, but today you might play with a little wider elbows or a little narrow elbows. So for people who want to add on. Looking good. Everybody's looking fabulous. As long as you're pulling your elbows back, you're doing it right. There's kind of no right and wrong. So good. Keep it going. You'll see how the pulling back of the elbows is going to engage your core. There's a couple people. There we go. Let's take 3 more like this. Looking good. Everybody's looking fab. Good, Anna, Michelle, nice. Which is close. Kati, good. Eric, I can see you. Yes, Tommy, I can see you. So great. Sheila and Leticia and Hannah, I can't see any of you guys, just FYI, if you want me to have eyeballs. Fab, cool. Same idea now. Walk your hands over to the left side of your mat. So from center, walk yourself, sneak over to the left. Keep your right hand on the floor. Bring your left hand on top of your wrist. Come forward and pull your right elbow back now. And as you lean back, you're going a little bit on the right diagonal. Yeah, and then inhale, bring yourself forward. Keep pulling your elbow back on the right. As you sit yourself back, you'll get underneath the right scapula a little bit. And go ahead and always play your angle. So I like to lean a little bit more sideways in this one to get under my scap. I like to go a little bit more straight back in order to get teres major and into the lats. So you pick. One more time if you need that setup. Alex, walk your arms over to the other side of your mat, and it's like you're crisscross with your right arm down. Yes, exactly. Then put the other hand on top of your wrist for an anchor. You got it. Switch your arms, actually. Other elbow down, and then anchor with the other hand. Yes, now lean it back. You got it. Start forward, everybody. The more forward you start, the more starting range you get, the more contractibility you get with your arms. I think, Erin, you need to switch your arms as well. Switch which arm? Nope, you should, the crossed arm should be the one down on the floor. So whichever side you're on, the one that crosses over, put that one down. Right arm goes across, and then that one's down. Yeah, good, and then lean it back. Yep, we got it. Margaret, you got it. Obs, I can't see you, but I bet you're okay. Super. Okay, let's change sides. Walk your elbows over to the left side. The left elbow's gonna stay down. That's the one that's crisscross on your mat. Bring your right hand on top for an anchor. Yes. Alex, switch your elbow, which is down. Yep, you got it. That's great, team. Yep. Christy, good. Oh, Christy, switch your arms, actually. Other arm down. Yep. Now lean over towards your left. Yes. You got it. Good. Eric, you can switch your elbows too. Other arm. It's the crisscross arm. Yeah, there you go. Good. Hi, Shanti. I'm glad you made it. Cool. And Tommy's done with that stretch, so let's switch. Bring your arms, come onto your booty and bring your arms behind you. Face your fingertips so they're pointing towards your booty, and the action of the resistance is the hands slipping towards your butt. You know this warm up. You're softening your chest down, you're bending your elbows to start. Now activate your fingertips towards your ass like you're doing that, and then keep that active. The hands are pulling forward as you puff your chest up and open. Take an inhale at the top and exhale to sit down, bend your elbows. Hands pull towards your booty. That contracts the front of your chest. Keep it contracted and then pulse up towards the sky. Yeah, you got it, team. Hands are pulling forward the whole time as you puff yourself up. If you're warm and you're on East Coast time and you already went for your walk, maybe you're lifting your hips up in space. Otherwise, be really delicate with this tissue in the front. You don't want to overstretch at the joint. You want to keep those joints super sturdy. That's right. Good. So great. So this is the encasing around the heart. This is the meridian that we're working as the pericardium. And the pericardium is controlled by pec minor, which you're stretching right now. Good. Ty, add a little bit more resistance and a little less range. Don't lock your elbows out at the end. That's right. Good. Chandler, you can walk your hands back a smidge. Christy, too, walk your hands back just a smidge. You got it. Yes, Anna, you can lift up if you want. Rob, I can see your nose, and that's all I can see of you guys. Good, Kelly. Hands are slipping forward the whole time. Amazing. Sheila, great. Let's do one more time. There's Alan. Steve, I see you now. So cool. Great. Let's come onto our backs. Very good job. Grab your blanket if you want to put it underneath your head and come onto your back. Bring your right ankle across your left knee in number 4 stretch. You all know this one, but we're going to activate it now. Hands slip underneath your left hamstring. Flex both feet. Make sure that your right knee isn't overly externally rotated. Point your knee towards your shoulder just a smidge. Let your head start down. Kick away with your ankle into your knee so that you feel the two bones plugging together. So your right ankle's trying to do that. That's going to engage your right tush, the outside of your right hip. You're trying to activate that as you floss it. Bring your legs towards your chest. Inhale, relax, and then the legs go back over your pelvis. Kick away with your ankle the whole time and drag your legs in. Some of us are going to try different angles, like you might cross your legs over to the left a little bit more to get deeper into glute med. And some of you might take it wide and get a little bit more attachment of the hamstring. As you go, you might add your head looking up, small ball shape. Pull your shoulders out of your ears, pull your belly to your spine. And then when you're at your final range, lower yourself down, your head goes down, your legs go down. Take an inhale. Exhale, squeeze yourself up and in, hugging in, small ball shape. And then keep that pulse going. I want to see 5 more on this side. always moderating our resistance. There's Ben. And making sure it's the right amount of activity. Good. Eric, you can bring your legs in and let your pelvis come off the floor. It's okay if your pelvis comes off here. As you bring your head, your legs come in as well. Very nice. Good, Sheila. Artie, good. Kati, good. Great, Anna. She has pointed feet. You can choose point or flex. Very cute. Okay, did you do 5? There's Sarah and Rob. She's doing the shakeout. I like that. You can shake when you're done and then switch sides. I like how you're taking care. Oh, the shakes. Oh, that was a really good moment. I like seeing all the shakes. Okay, let's see you guys. Tran, good. Flex your foot and turn your knee in just a teeny bit towards your shoulder. No, that's external. Turn it in. Yeah, just a teeny bit. And now drag everything up and in, small ball shape. Very cool. You guys are so fab. You're working your gallbladder channel. And then Alex, once you're at the top, lower yourself back down. Your legs go down, your head goes down. And then you're going to do another round. Bring a block underneath your head, boo-boo. Yep. Block underneath your head and then squeeze yourself up and then lower yourself down. So you're doing the movement, not just the stretch. Yep, the movement creates a cardiovascular aspect and lights up our tissue with lots of blood. We like the blood because we want the oxygen. We want the oxygen to feed our cells. We want the cells to wake up and create new fibers that are super elasticy, playful, and fun. Callie, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. We're doing number 4 stretch for our gallbladder. Yes, Hele, good. That's a really nice position. Lore, very cool. Do you want me to call you Boggs or Lore? I can't hear you. You can tell me later. Chantal, okay, she's donezo. Good. Do you feel even on this side? Thumbs up. You're so participatory. I love you guys. Okay, this is great. Right into hamstrings. Rock yourself up. Grab your fake out blocks. Yes, fake out blocks, whatever they are, or grab the edge of your chair, your ledge, whatever you got. Your right leg's gonna start forward. You're gonna kick your right heel back. Start forward in your lunge. This is your starting position. Pull your heel back so you feel your hamstring contract. These are our big guys that we really want to change. And then sit yourself back like you're doing a runner's lunge. It doesn't matter how far you go. Easy does it on the range. And then relax, come forward. Pull your heel back. Keep pulling back the whole time and feel your hamstring. Maybe that's EVGB. It's the first time you talked to your hamstrings this morning. Mine feels stiff because I went on a hard beach run yesterday, which was so fun, but I should have stretched afterwards. But we got 10 days, kiddos. We're gonna watch our tissue change. Decide if you wanna pick up the tempo a little bit after you do a couple slow ones to start, and I'm gonna come peek at you. Your heels pulling back, make sure you're kicking back with your heel as you sit your booty back. That'll really floss these babies out that are usually the hardest, densest tissue in the body. As you work the stagnation out of your hamstring, your pelvis is going to set up in a way that feels really good. Yes, Fab Chandler. Yeah, Obs, good. Aaron, good. Margaret, Fab. Sarah, Fab. Alex, Fab. Everybody, Fab. Looking good. So great. Yep. I'm going to call out 5 more. I love how we have a block and a jar. We have 1 block and then a jar. You're watching on TV, Hannah. That's cool. Great. Ben's got a different version. He's keeping his front legs straightish and just bobbing his torso, which is a really good option if anyone wants to try that. If you have friends that have really tight hamstrings and that can't even get on the floor, you can have them do that version. That would be like this. You stick your foot up on something and then you just bob your torso like so. I know you're all asking for a friend because you got your lungy hamstring going perfectly. I love it. Okay, switch your side. Maybe take it through a downward dog just to scope out your hamstrings and release your calves. As you're walking your feet out, actually paw the ground with your feet, get connected with the earth, and take out the muscle memory. Actually go there with your mind and feel that downward dog as you're in it. Let your head go nice and easy, and then when you're ready, your left leg pops forward. Yeah. Pull your heel back to start. As you pull your heel back the entire time, you sit your tush back. Inhale, come forward, soften through your pelvis, get a little easy, and then reactivate, pulling your heel back and sit yourself back. Sheila, are you okay? Good, okay. Keep pulling back. Good, Kati. Nice, Al. Tommy, work that outside hamstring, that lateral hamstring. For those of us who know it, you can play your angle already. That means externally rotating your foot or internally rotating. Notice which hamstring this morning needs your attention the most. Chandler's got pace. Margaret's got pace, you guys. This is fun. Let your back knee stay on the floor as you go back. That'll help you stay sturdy. Bring your blocks, everybody, right underneath your shoulders. Yeah. Cool. How about 4 more on this side? You can, you can, you can. We're going to try. Ease up on resistance if you're getting fatigued, or if you're starting to warm up, get juicy and add a little bit more kickback. Jen, that looks great. Cool. Was this our second side or first side? Second side. Okay, wow. It's amazing. Very good job. Go back to your downward dog and walk it out. Your head releases, your hands are planting, and then give yourself mini walks to your hands, so that you're in a forward bend. Your blocks can be there if you need them, and then slowly plant your feet strong into the floor and roll yourself up to stand. You might lose me here. We're just scoping out our pelvis, how it's feeling right now. Let your knees bend and give yourself a little bounce. Just shake it out. Make my screen go wild. Yeah, so good. Oh, those are good bounces. Oh, I like it. Okay, relax. Let your knees be soft but straight, and then roll yourself back down. We're going to sneak right back into the outside of the hip like we did a number 4 stretch, but now we're going to do it in a pigeon shape. So walk your right foot back. Your left leg is coming down to the floor in this little soft angle. You have a quite acute angle here so that we're not in a strained right angle, but bring your foot in towards you. Your left knee should be in front of your left hip and not out to the left. Bring it right across your body. Find yourself with at least 6 inches your tush to the floor. So you have a lot of space here. You're up high. Scissor your legs together and plug your front leg down into the ground so that you feel the outside of your left hip light up. I love to bang my booty to make that demonstrative for you. Grab your blocks or your fake out blocks and dip your chest forward. Find your breath and then press yourself back up. Keep pressing down with the front knee into the earth. Really get connected and rooted there. Notice how pressing down with your knee will light the tissue up all the way to the outside of your left hip. So hopefully you're getting a sensation all the way up and out to the left. If you're not, I want to talk to you. If you're feeling fly and you have lots of space, you can try to flex your left foot and kick it forward as well. Klaus is doing the bonus of bringing his hands behind his back, clasping the arms, and doing this little airplane move if you want to tack on. So good. Nice, everybody. Tommy, I think you can bring your foot out a little bit more to the right, like your front foot. You can go a little bit more rotation. Yeah, do that. Perfect. Sheila, good. Eric, good. Okay, did you do enough on this side? How you feel? Callie, I can't see you, but that's okay. Kati says switch. Okay, switcherooski, babies. You can go through downward dog or just do a kneeling switcheroo. I like it. There's Hannah. I see you now. Oh. Steve, are you telling me something? Other side. Okay. I like it. This is so fun to be all together, you guys. Can you feel my excitement? I hope you can. Chandler. Good, you guys. Yes, so fab. Alex, you got it. You can turn your back leg in a little bit, like let your knee go internal. Yep, you got it. Aaron, flex that front foot if you can and kick it into the floor. It doesn't need to fully flex, but just imagine the kick. Yes, good. I can see the difference. Ty, you can have a little bit more open angle with your knee if it's okay with it, but I would come up a little higher. Bring your back knee in, higher up. Yeah, and your front foot forward just an inch. Yep. Now try. If you want to add on, you can also scooch your back leg over to the right. Your back leg's going to make more crisscross applesauce. Good. I like how everyone's taking care of themselves and doing exactly what you need. This is so great. Okay, you have your right leg forward, right, Rob? Good, Rob. Okay, your right leg's forward. So now you're going to scoot your back knee in a little bit so you're on your back knee. Cushion it with a blanket if you need it. And send your right leg out to the right. So you're on your foot straight out from your right hip. You have a long mid leg with a soft baby micro bend in your knee. Now, for the action, squeeze your inner thighs together. You're doing liver line. That's right, Sarah. You're squeezing your legs together and sit your booty back. Inhale, come forward. We're flossing our liver channel now. Your inner foot is plugging down into the floor and also trying to squeeze together as you sit your tush back. Keep going. You've got a few.
Bonnie, is the leg that's out to the right, is it forward or is it in line with your hips?
It's in line with it, straight out to the hip. I'll show you sideways here. Like so. Oops, sorry. Yeah, does that help with the visual? Can you tell? Straight to the side. What did Sheila say? Sorry.
And is the foot pointed forward or sideways?
It's sideways. Yeah, straight out to the side. Like you're doing a fire hydrant dog. You know, they do this. Straight sideways. Does that help? You got it. You guys are doing it. Let me see, Eric. I'm looking for you. Yep. Or was that Ben asking? Who was asking? Cool. Other side. So just bring that knee underneath you for tabletop and send the left leg to the left. You got it. Yeah. Good, Tommy. Good, Artie. Sheila, that's right. Squeeze your inner thighs together the whole time. Yes, yes, yes. Very well done. Christy, good. Yep. Margaret, good. Good, abs. Yeah. Alex, move your booty back and forth as you go. Squeeze your legs together and sit back towards your heel and then come forward again. And then sit back and then come forward. You got it. Ooh, who feels sticky in their liver being stuck at home? Me. Does anyone feel sticky in your inner thighs right now? Everybody's pretty good. Okay. All right. I'll take it. I'll take some of what you got. Maybe you're relaxing. It's probably a really great thing to do for the liver. Okay. Do you feel even now? Want to take a break and do arms for a sec? Oh, we didn't do gallbladder on this side. So this leg needs to, did we do gallbladder on both sides? Sorry guys. Did we do pigeon? No, we have to do the second side. Second side. So now your right leg should be forward for pigeon.
We did pigeon on both sides.
We did? Okay.
Yes.
Great. Thanks for keeping track for me. Let's sit on our bums. Grab your blanket or sit up a little bit higher on a block if you need it. Double blanket, lifting yourself up, bring your elbows inside of your knees, push your hands together. Your elbows are gonna go wide to the side. Keep pressing out as your knees smush your legs in. So your elbows have to be inside of your legs. Your elbows do the chicken, that's the resistance. Keep the elbows pressing out the whole time. That's right. And then use your legs to smush the elbows together like you're making a bellows for the fire. Inhale, open your arms out to the side, push out with your elbows, and then smush everything in. Yeah, you should be feeling this on the outside of your shoulder girdle, around your scapula. We're getting into our small intestine channel. Your inner thighs are getting a workout. They're the ones making the arms go in. You got it. Yep, keep pressing out with your elbows the whole time. For some of us, you're adding in the spine. So you're looking down, you're curling your ribs back and letting your nose come forward, opening the back of the neck. Inhale, open the elbows out to the side. Keep pressing out with the elbows. Let your heart go backwards. Let your nose come forward. Be careful with this one. If you're new to this, ease up on the resistance a little bit and just go a little bit faster instead. We don't want to overchange the fascia in the upper back. It's, of course, holding our spine in place and affecting our neck. So a big change all at once can not freak out the nervous system, but I definitely have moments where I've overdone it and I threw out my neck because my body just couldn't adjust to the change in time. Other option is to float your elbows and just pulse them, pressing your hands together. See if that feels good to you. Good, wherever you are, let's do this together. Either floating elbows or elbows in your knees, a little bit faster now and a lighter resistance. So we're just stoking the fire. You're pressing your hands together. You're pushing your elbows into your knees or imagining that your elbows are pressing into knees if you're doing the float version. And it's a little bit faster. And it's a 5, and it's a 4, it's a 3, it's a 2. One more round, it's a 5, it's a 4, it's a 3, it's a 2, it's a 1. Very nice job. I like that. Come on to hands and knees. Hopefully you got a little heat out of the deal. Move your blanket out of the way and bring your hands to the top of your mat underneath your shoulders. Bring your left hand out on the left diagonal. Yeah, so your right hand's going to be your supporter. Your left fingertips go out on the diagonal. Squeeze your arms together like you did your inner thighs so you feel your pecs contract. So you're trying to hug into your heart, hug into your lungs. Keep squeezing in and then dip your left shoulder down and you can look to the right. Your knees are wide for support. Squeeze in like you're trying to drag your left hand in towards the midline and go ahead and floss your shoulder out like so. Yep, you got it. Keep hugging together. You might sit your booty back a little bit as you go. See what's best to get into your pec, the tightness in the front of the shoulder head. Yeah, we're getting deeper into the pec now. Tran, do you need that one more time? You got it? Your hands out to the side. You're squeezing in with that hand and then dip your shoulder down and try to stay in the pec tissue. You can look to the opposite side. If you find a juicy spot, hang 10 and do a little micro floss, but keep pulling your hand in, like it's trying to swoop in towards your heart. Alex, the arm that you're working, point it towards the camera, towards me. Bring your fingertips longer out to the side towards me. Even farther off your mat, like far away from you. Yes, now dip down. Your elbow can point out to the side or it can point up to the sky. Yes. Good. 2 more on this side and then I'll have you switch. Good, and switch a Ruski. Rob, you don't have to wait for me, you can just switch. You can do shorter rounds and switch sides more often too, guys. It's up to your body. So your other arm's out to the side on the diagonal, and then you're squeezing in with the arm, and then you're dipping yourself down and forward. Like you're doing this. Squeezing the pec and dipping yourself down. Very nice. Very cool. Find that pocket that you might need and take a couple micro flosses, maybe little circles. The entire time you're trying to hug your arm in. Yeah, very good. That's right. Good team. Just 2 more on this side, please. Yep. Now everybody center it off. You're either gonna stick with the same idea and dip yourself down, fingertips like spiders, but wide off your mat, nice wide hands, wide elbows. Or you're gonna plant your hands, tuck your toes into a push-up shape, squeeze in with your chest, and then lower yourself down. Bring your knees to the floor if you need support to press yourself up. So you're doing like a push-up, but you're adding resistance. You're hugging into your lungs. Keep hugging into your lungs and then press yourself up for strength or knees to the floor to push your hips back up. Other option is fingertips like spiders, and you can add the look side to side. You can take it back a little bit and do micro flosses here as your chest needs. Yeah. You got it. That's great. Cool. I want to come back to the upper body if we have time, but let's hop back into our legs. We got to do pyramid on crack. This is basic fascia floss number 1. Okay, bring your blocks up into the shape. Step up into a pyramid. Your feet are in 2 lanes. Make sure you're not on a tightrope, but your back foot's wide out to the side a little bit. Now hop up onto your back toes so that you have a little lift in your pelvis. The resistance is the front leg kicking back with a micro bend in the knee, and then sit your ass back as you pull this front heel down and back into the floor. On your mark, get set, go shape. This is your end position. Your starting position is above your front toes. Pull your front heel back and then sit yourself back. Here we go for a hamstring floss again. Keep pulling your heel back the whole time. Pick your poison, pick your tempo, pick your resistance, and get that front leg to crank. So your front knee is gonna stay straightish, but straightish is up to you, right? Little micro bend is always good protecting our joint. Some of us are doing more bouncy version. We like that too. Or you can sit back and keep your back foot on the floor. Erin, try elongating your stance a little bit. Bring your blocks more under your shoulders. Alex, let me see. Turn your blocks to the highest height. Yep, you got it. Bring up both blocks on either side of your front foot. So you're like so. Hands underneath your shoulders. Yep, and then sit back into your back knee. You got it. Good job. Very good. Keep pulling your front heel back. That's the hard part, but the most important part. I'm giving you 10 more. You can do it. Your back foot can start to play around the world. If you want to go crisscross applesauce with your back foot, you've got 5 over towards the left. Yes. All my smart mathematicians out there can count 5 over to the left, and then once you did your 5 to the left, you'll do 5 mini ones back towards neutral. That's good. Artie, you can shorten your stance a little bit. You're a little long, so bring your back, bring your back foot in. You got it. So great. Yes, Eric. Good. Cool. Stay up there. I think we've done our final 5. And then pop yourself up into a warrior 3. Your front knee is going to bend. Plug down with your front foot like you mean business, and then lift your hips up as you press down with your front foot. Bending the front knee. Press the ball of your foot like you mean business into the floor and lift your pelvis up. You can add the tap, back toes tap. Bend your front knee straightens, back toes lift. You got it. Bend and tap, plug down and straighten. Yes. Good. Here's our final challenge on this leg. Everything bend, look to your left. You're looking over your supporting leg, and then straighten, look to your right. Bend, look left. You got it. And then press up, looking over your right shoulder. 2 more of those, please. Yes, you're like a flamingo. Do the flamingo, team. Oh yeah, I like your shapes. Okay, very cool. Relax that leg down, give yourself a hip flexor break, and just press your pelvis forward a smidge to open up that space in the front of the hips. Good, you can shake it. Shake it. Everyone's much more willing to shake at home, even though we're on the screen, right? That's great. Okay, your left foot's going back, your right foot's forward. Here's your last pyramid set. Lift up onto your back toes. Your legs are in 2 lanes. The front leg kicks back. Keep kicking back with your front leg and sit your pelvis back on your mark, get set, go. Your blocks are forward underneath your shoulders for support. As you sit back, keep pulling your heel back. Yeah. That's right. Good, Hannah. Yes, thank you, team. Some of us are going fast, some of us are going really slow. Maybe whatever you're doing is exactly right, or you might want to play with the other version. Hey, who knows? Some of us had coffee, some of us had green tea, some of us had no caffeine. I'm just kidding. Yeah, good. Alex, do you need help? Your right leg's forward. Bring your blocks underneath your hands. You got it. A little shorter stance. Perfect. Now, pull your front heel back into the floor and then sit into your back knee to bend it. Your front leg's gonna stay straight. So when you sit back, boom, yes. Okay, hops over around the world. Your back foot's crisscross applesauce towards the right. Alex, stay how you are. Just work on that for now. Yes, all my new teamers, I love you. You're doing so great. Old teamers, you know I love you. Keep going. You can. Keep going. Now you have 5 more back towards your neutral. It's not easy to do a lot of reps, but this is when the tissue really starts to change. You're so fabulous. Good job. Okay, you're back to neutral and you're flying up into your warrior 3. You're bending your front knee, kick down with your front foot, and then propel your hips up towards the sky. Don't worry too much about the back leg, but you can have a little brightness through the toes or the heel if you're fancy. Bend your knee, push down with your front leg, and then push your knee to stretch. Straight, and then bend, and then straight. You add the tap down. Bend and straight. You got it. Okay, give me 4 more. You can. Please and thank you. We travel around the world here in stretch class. Okay, tap down. You got it. Push down. You're fab. You're fab, you're fab, you're fab. And I think that is 4. Good. Relax your foot down. Roll yourself up. Stand up. Press your pelvis forward a little bit. And walk your knees out. Yeah. What's our time? Good. We have 1 minute left. I want to give you this last one for hip flexor relief. Grab, your blanket again. Bring your feet in front of you in a cobbler, a Baddha Konasana, and bring your knees to hug in and squeeze. Some of us know the acupressure point. If you want to plug your thumb into the spot between your Achilles and your inner ankle bone, do it. If you're pregnant, you're not doing that. Squeeze your knees in, keep squeezing in, and then use your elbows to push your knees wide. Start together, hug in with your knees. You got it. Arms are the levers to press your knees out. Very good. Couple more like that. Relieving the front of the hip. Opening the pelvis, imagining lots of space for all your reproductive organs, and we're bringing energy into the kidneys here. I'll get more and more into our organ association as we work through our 10 days, but I want to make sure we all have our basics of resistance. Everybody looks so fab today. Congratulations, day 1. I'm so excited to see how you feel by day 10. Keep me updated, right? If anything feels funky, I want to know about it. If anything, you need any assistance in figuring out how to do a stretch or a modification, let me know. Let's do the outside. Hands to the outside. The knees start wide. Plug out with your knees and then use your arms to smush the legs together. Yeah, relieving the outside of the hip again. Kick out with your knees. Keep kicking out and then use your arm strength. Oh, it's hard. Really kick out with your knees, you can. Now you're building some biceps and some pecs as you press your knees together. I know we have some rotator cuff stuff in the Zoom room. Last night I called it what did I call it? It was a Freudian slip. It was the jazz room. I'm gonna call this the jazz room. Keep going, team. You can do it. Yeah, keep going. I know there's rotator cuff stuff in the jazz room, so we'll get into that as the week progresses. Hopefully your lower back request was supported, Kati. Yeah. Good, and just to finish up, you're done, but if you want, cross one leg over and take yourself into a little twist. Plug your knee into your arm bone into your leg bone so that you feel the outside of your hip light up, and lift yourself nice and tall. Let your shoulders drape. Nice big inhale, looking over your shoulder, and then exhale, release, change sides. Yeah, nice little twist. Pressing your knee bone out and your arm bone into your knee bone. Turn yourself up and around. You should be up on your blanket if you need a little bit of space. So good, everybody. So fun. Okay, I'm going to unmute you. I think I know how to do that. Yes, that was fab. Let me know what you need if you have questions.
Thank you, Bonnie.
Thank you, guys.
That was great. Thanks, Bon.
Thank you.
Love you. Love you so much.
See you
That
with
was a blast.
Yeah,
Let
thanks,
us know how you feel.
Thank you.
Thanks for joining. What a crew.
Thank you.
So fun. Yes.
Bye.
Lots of love.
See you on tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Good. So fab.
Say hi,
Hope you
Stevie.
feel good.
You're not a meeting.
So yeah.
Hi, Al. Hi, Stevie. Hannah. You guys are so great. Nobody wants to leave. I don't want to leave either. This is so fun. Oh my gosh, we have 9 more days of this.
I had a quick question.
Yeah.
What can you do to
Up
support
there?
the lymphatic system draining?
Oh, good question. So for everyone who's left, drink extra water tonight. Do you have a bath at home, Kelly?
Yeah.
Yeah, take a
Fortunately.
Epsom salt bath or
Got
salt bath.
Mhm.
And you should be just fine with self stretches. You might be a little sore tomorrow. If you have charcoal at home, if you really sense
Yeah.
you're going to be sore, you can take some before you go to bed. Bye, Al. Thank you,
Great.
guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
What was the other? Did someone have one more question? I think we're good. Yeah.
Thanks, Bonnie.
Thank you.
Saturday. Thanks, Obs. I love you.
Thanks, Bonnie. Bye.
So good to see you. Bye, my darlings. Yes. Bye, Ben.